Welcome back to Trailer Park Cookin'. I'm Genie B Delishus, and today we're going to be making weenie boats. So what you need for weenie boats is hot dogs, sliced processed cheese, a couple tablespoons of butter, a couple tablespoons of sour cream, instant mashed potato flakes, a cup and a half, and a cup and a half of water, and 1/2 cup of milk, garlic salt for extra flavor, and salt and pepper to taste. So the first thing we need to do is turn our oven on to about 350. Put the water in the pan to boil. And then we're going to slice our weenies. So you just want to make a nice even slice down the middle of the weenies. Not all the way through, but almost all the way through. Like so. And then you're going to put them face down on the pan. These are our favorite for little kids. When they cook, the hot dogs are going to curl up a little bit so they look like little boats. So you want them kind of nicely spread out because we're going to put a dollop of mashed potatoes over the top of it. And then we're going to put the cheese on top of the mashed potatoes. Okay, so while we have the water in the pan to boil, we're going to add about half our butter so that it melts into the water. And then about 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which is about so. And about the same for the garlic salt, about 1/4 teaspoon. Once the water starts to boil, we're going to pull it off and add our other ingredients. All right, so our waters and butter is starting to come to a boil. I'm going to add the milk to the water. And I'm going to add the sour cream. We don't want the sour cream and the milk to come to a rapid boil, otherwise it will scorch the milk. Just enough to heat it. Turn off the heat. And we can add our instant potatoes. When you add the instant potatoes, you just stir them and then let them sit until they thicken. And we're going to add our butter to it, the rest of our butter that we've set aside, to the instant mashed potatoes. So the 1.5 cups of instant mashed potatoes wasn't quite enough. So I'm going to add some more. It's about 1/2 cup. Just a little at a time. Because it doesn't take much for them to thicken. I just want to tell you that you can also use homemade potatoes for this recipe. So it should be a nice thick consistency. And what you're going to do is take a dollop or a spoonful of potatoes and stick it on the middle of your hot dog. Like so. Okay, so this little recipe here is so easy and kids just really like it. It's kind of appeasing to their eyes too. So you just take your slices of cheese. You can use any kind of cheese you want, but we're using processed cheese here. And just one little slice of cheese over the top. And then I just lightly salt it and pepper it. Just a little. And then stick it in your oven. You're gonna wait until you see the cheese all melted and the hot dogs are done. It's probably 10-15 minutes. Well, let's check our Weenie Boats and see if they're ready. Look at that. See how the hot dog's starting to curl up on the ends? That tells me that they're completely cooked now. And the cheese is getting a nice little golden brown top to them. Just gonna take a spatula and scoop it right onto your plate. Just like so. Let it cool a little bit and then serve them. All right, now that it's cooled a little bit, it's time to try the Weenie Boats. Wow. You get the flavor of the hot dog and the creamy mashed potatoes and the cheese all in one. It's just so delightful. Kids really enjoy this. I really enjoy this. Thank you for watching Trailer Park Cookin'. I'm Genie B Delishus. Join me next time for another great recipe. Bye, y'all.